Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Keat. This is Practical Gamer Podcast, and today we're going to be talking about our 5 games that we've been playing this past week. Today I have a special guest with you, iPawsKat, one of my good friends, and a co-leader of Adequate Gaming. Kat, introduce yourself to the audience real quick.
Hey, us people out there. My name's iPawsKat. I am a variety content creator on, let's see, YouTube, Trovo, Facebook Gaming, you name it. And you could find me on Twitter and Instagram at iPawsKat.
It's nice, nice. So you recently became an Adequate Gaming co-leader. How do you like it so far?
I love it. It's absolutely awesome. I get to meet the other co-leaders. I am on the Facebook gaming side for most of it, and we've got a pretty good handful over there.
Nice, nice. And tell us a little bit about like Adequate Gaming and why you joined.
Adequate Gaming is an amazing team. We're not just exclusively to one platform, we're everywhere. We play many different games like Fortnite, Fall Guys, Call of Duty, Valorant, Destiny 2. You name it, we play it. And we're always talking together. We're like a huge family. I started Adequate Gaming over a year ago as of this month, and I absolutely love it. I've met so many amazing people, and I've rekindled a lot of friendships that I've met on Mixer, actually.
Nice. There's a lot of good people here on Adequate Gaming, and if you want to join, make sure to hit me up somewhere on social media at YaBoiKeat anywhere on the medias. Let's get into our question of the day. So the question of the day is, what 5 games are we currently playing or have been playing for the past week? Kind of been obsessed with. So we can go like back and forth with each other. You say one, I say
I,
one. We talk a little bit about the game, why we've been playing, and yeah, you could think of it as a little game, you know. If you want to go ahead and start us off with that real quick.
Alrighty then. So, my number 5 that I've been so obsessed with this week is Cult of the Lamb. Oh my
Oh,
god,
I've
this
seen you
game is
play that.
so awesome, y'all. Yeah, this game is so awesome, y'all. It's about this little itty bitty lamb, and he was so scared and so afraid. And then he died, and then he went over and walked into this weird place and saw these 5 bishops. They were so evil. But then there's one more, and that one more actually saved his life. He gave him this little red hat to put on, which has many different powers. And he revived him, but under one condition. He has to make a cult under his name. And then from then on, you get all these different types of followers that have all these animal prints and different creatures, and they all follow you, and you have to keep them alive. And yeah, it's fun. You have to keep them by feeding them and also doing different types of sermons. You also go into different areas in the game where you have to kill all 5 of these bishops. And once you're done all 5 of these bishops, the end game is so cute. What about you, Keat?
At least you don't have to sacrifice the lamb.
You never know.
Mine are in like no particular order. I guess they're kind of mainstream, so I'm kind of basic, but that's really what I've been playing. Oh god, this is hard. But again, in no particular order for me. I'd have to say Fortnite. You know, this new season of Fortnite, it launched on the 4th of December. So as the recording of this podcast, it's like it's only been out for like a day, like a little over 24 hours. Um, but they did Epic Games and Fortnite did release this new chapter and this new season on Unreal Engine 5. Everything looks more realistic, more crisp. Um, the game just looks really good. And there's a bunch of guns. I made a wish list on Twitter of what I actually wanted out of the game or added to the game, and most of them came true. We got two new ADS weapons in the game, and basically all the guns that were in last season are gone. Bows are back, impulse grenades are back. We have like this war hammer, that's like a shockwave hammer. You can either shockwave or um pound people into death. Um, but if you want to support me, my creator code for Epic Games is KEAT. It's one word, KEAT, and you can support me for the podcast or my channel there as well. But Fortnite, I feel like this was like a new taste in Fortnite. Like I was getting sick of Fortnite, and so I feel like this new update is really really good. If you haven't played, check it out.
Oh, I don't know. This next one is very weird. It's called Honey, I Joined a Cult.
Oh God,
I know, right? If you haven't, if you played RimWorld,
that's
it's
on
similar to that.
that's on Steam, right? Honey, I joined the cult.
Yeah, yeah. If you haven't played, if you played RimWorld, it's kind of like that. It's got that building technique, but oh, it's got a storyline to it. You're
I'm
you're you're
assuming you
actually
joined a cult.
you're actually the cult leader.
Oh,
Yeah, and you're building the cult. And it's got this Sims like too, because you have to feed your cult followers and you have to keep them all happy. Because if
oh,
you
so you're
don't keep them all
babysitting.
happy, yeah, because if you don't keep them all happy, they leave. That's really bad at that about that game.
Are you a good cult leader or a bad cult leader?
Ooh, that is a tough question. I've played it twice already and I've restarted twice already, so I'm 50-50.
So you actually get to like pick or choose if you want to be like a good cult or bad cult.
No, but if you don't if you don't actually let like feed like your followers and everything, yeah, you're a bad cult.
Oh, all
And
right.
they'll leave and then the game just dies.
Oh no. Um. Oh wow. There's like so many games I want to add because I feel like these are like the games I play all the time, the greatest games in my head that I think are really good. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Rust. I'm gonna go with Rust on this one. I'm really having to think about these, but I'm gonna go with Rust. So Rust is out on console, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Um, this is a survival game for people who haven't played Rust or have been interested in Rust but haven't ever got it. So it's a survival game. It's a PvP game, but there is PvE servers. So there's a little something for everybody. You can also do like battlegrounds where you are um basically playing like team deathmatch. Or there's also parkour. So if you just like jumping around obstacles, there's a little something for you too. It's like Minecraft in Rust. Um, but it's a survival game. I play just the basic game where you PVE against boars and bears and polar bears and sharks. And you can PvP against other people as you might possibly get raided. So people can come with their guns or their bows, explosives, and tear down your base. And basically grief you of everything you have in your base. It's a game that kind of keeps you on your toes. If you don't play every day, um, you're probably gonna get offlined. If people don't know who offlined is, offlining is when you get rated while you're offline. So, um, it's a game that like if you're gonna play, uh, you need to play like sign in at least once every day. Better to sign on twice a day.
Ooh, that game sounds so good. Especially if
It's
you
a
got somebody else
challenge.
to play with.
It's
Oh
not for
yeah, it is a
everybody.
challenge. Especially if you're riding a horse or lose that horse. You could definitely check out Keat's Twitch and see that clip. It's hilarious.
Wow. All right, Kat.
Oh,
What's your next one? Give it to me.
my next my next one is kill it with fire.
Wow, these. I feel like there's a common theme in all these games.
Maybe there is. Definitely kill it with fire is hilarious. That's if you're not afraid of spiders. If you're afraid of spiders, this might actually help you not be afraid of them anymore. So it starts off with you going into a house, looking at everything. Everything looks so calm, and then all of a sudden you see a spider. And then you're like, how the hell am I going to kill that spider? So you find anything to kill it with. You can kill it with books. You can kill it with lighter fluid. You can kill it with a frying pan. You can kill it with a piano, furniture, anything. And it's not just a house. You go into different places like a gas station. And in the gas station, use propane tanks to blow it up and blow up all the spiders. This game has so much fun into it, and oh, it's hilarious.
Right,
What
right,
about you,
right.
Keat?
Um. Okay, so this is a game that I've been playing since about launch. Started playing it on Xbox, and then moved over to PC. It's a classic. It's your typical MMO. It's mostly referred to WoW. But I recently got back into ESO,
Really?
and it's one of those love hate relationships. You stop playing, you come back, you stop playing, you come back. But I've been an ESO fan since launch. I've always been a huge Elder Scrolls fan. Oblivion, Morrowind, Skyrim, um, all really great games. When I started playing Skyrim, what back in like 2008, I think it was 2010, somewhere around there when Skyrim came out. I really wanted there to be an online feature for Skyrim because I always thought it would be so cool to run around and play with your friends and like defeat dragons and stuff with your friends. And when ESO came out, I was so happy. For people who don't know what ESO is, it's Elder Scrolls Online. Um, but ESO, I always want to play with my friends, and so I started playing with friends on Xbox. And then I fell out of love with it, and I came back, and now I'm starting to like, I made a whole new character, and I'm just progressing through the different quests. I bought all the DLCs up to High Isle, and I'm just playing. I'm questing, and I'm doing dungeons, and hopefully I can do a trial one of these days. And the best part I think about ESO is like most games, like um, say like Destiny and a bunch of other like MMOs and stuff, you can only have one guild. ESO lets you have up to 5 guilds per character, as I found that out the other day. I had created one just for our team, and then I had joined one that was more active. There's more people I could run dungeons with and run trials with. Um, then I found out that you could have up to 5. So I think that's definitely a plus if you want to go out and meet people, but still keep the one that you and your friends are in. Um, I can't remember if ESO. I don't think ESO is free, right? like
It's
base game.
kind of free. It's kind of free game up to a certain point, and then you have to get the subscription.
Yeah, true. But the subscription isn't that expensive. It's like what, $10? 15?
Yeah, for US is Canadian. It's like 17.99.
Yeah. But it's not that expensive compared to others, and I feel like you get more out of it.
Oh, definitely.
Like what was that game we were all playing? Um that other MMO that I made a guild
Lost
for.
Ark.
Yeah, Lost
Lost
Ark.
Ark.
Like Lost Ark, I bought the subscription just to try it out, and I feel like it wasn't worth it. I feel like ESO is definitely worth it. Um, you get like crates with gear that's above your power level. And it's just all like an amazing game. They recently did a UI update, so the game looks completely different. It doesn't look so like 2014. But just really good game. If you haven't played it, check out ESO. It's on console and PC.
My fourth is Realm Royale.
I used to play that back in the day on Xbox. This was
Oh
like
yeah, it's made.
circa 2015, 2016.
Yep, that's when I first started it with the when it came with the Mixer.
My favorite
It's
part,
made
I
by High.
guess. Oh, sorry.
No problem.
That's like my
It's
like
made by
my
High.
my favorite part is like becoming the chicken, when you die.
That is my absolute favorite part as well, and I love that High Res actually made it as well.
Hi-Rez makes really good
They
games. They
actually
make
did film it.
Paladins.
They made Paladin, Smite, Valorant,
Yeah.
you name it.
I used to play oh, and they make don't they make Rogue Company?
That's right, yeah. And they
Yeah.
used to do Hands of God, but they sold that one. And Paragon, they also sold that one
I've
too. Oh,
never
they
heard of
killed that one
those.
actually.
But yeah, Paladins
So
is
yeah,
a really great game. I played on Xbox all the time back in the day. Then I felt like the game died, and so did Realm Royale.
yep. But there is a bit of a player base still in Realm Royale that I've noticed.
Oh yeah, they've been talking about Realm Royale for years. I just feel like no hate to High Res if High Res ever gets to see this podcast, but I feel like High Res games just die after a certain point. I don't know if they don't keep up with their games, but like Paladins was kind of dead. I think there's like a small revival of Paladins. But like Paladins died, Realm Royale died. I think Rogue Company is like dead. I don't hear anybody talking about that game.
So yeah, that was my fourth game.
Oh, jeez. It's really hard. I feel like we should have talked about our greatest games of all time.
I know, right?
uh, I literally only play like 3 games, but these are the games I teeter totter back and forth from. Um, I'm gonna save best for last. We're gonna go with the new Modern Warfare 2. Um, so I
Mm-hmm.
so I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered it like a month before it came out. Because I wanted to get in on PlayStation's exclusive first week beta and playing it. So I got to play it for like 2 weeks almost. On PlayStation for beta. So I ended up buying it on PS5 and PC. Um, I spent $100 on the PlayStation version just so I could get Ghost because the Call of Duty Ghost is my favorite, so I had to get Ghost, the character. And then I bought it on PC because I'm a PC head. I like playing games on controller for me is just so hard. I don't have my aim like I used to. Back in the day, like 5 years ago when I started, I was a console streamer. I streamed off my console. Um, so all I had was a controller. Now that I'm a little bit older, you know, add some stuff to the setup. I'm a I'm a PC person, you know, so all my FPS games, I love playing with keyboard and mouse. But I will say that Modern Warfare 2 looks way better and functions way better on PS5 than it does on PC. And but overall the game is still really good. I'm not sure if I'm like in love with the idea of the different camo grind that they have now, but the game's super fun, tons of game modes, more things coming to Call of Duty. And if you haven't bought Call of Duty, make sure to check it out. I'll leave a code to CD Keys. It's my referral code if you guys want to get some discounted games. That's the place to get it. In the description of the podcast. All right, Kat, last one.
Last one is Fall Guys.
Fall
Last one is
Guys.
Fall Guys. Yep, Fall Guys.
What makes Fall
I have
Guys so spectacular right now?
so many skins on there now. Oh, so many skins.
I heard
Right now
SpongeBob.
at this moment, yeah, right now at this moment, as of this podcast is recording, they just came out with SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy, Mr.
Oh
Krabs,
God,
Plankton.
the whole crew.
The whole crew is from Bikini Bottom is in there,
How much is it?
and uh, right now you can get it on the season pass, which is 10.49,
Oh, it's not bad, not bad. I
and
believe
the
that's
season
nine ninety
pass
nine
goes
here,
up.
y'all.
Yeah, and it goes up to like a level 200 on their passes.
Oh
So
God, you
that's
have to
a
play a lot of Fall
lot to do.
Guys.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if I'm that
there's
dedicated.
so many. There's new obstacles now. Uh, it is hilarious. Every week they have different types of events that stay for a couple of days sometimes, and it just keeps going. You're into like volleyball. They've had last week they had volleyball. This week we're throwing bombs at each other,
You
and it
know,
just keeps going on and on and on.
I will say Fall Guys is a really fun game if you're playing with friends. If you're playing with friends. If you do it
Oh,
solo, I play
definitely.
like one or two games. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm bored. Like playing with friends, it's a good time. You watch your friends fail. They watch you fail. It's just a good time. It's a good party game. It's like Mario Kart or like well, not Mario Kart, but like Mario Party.
Oh, definitely. That's a great similarity.
Those were always my favorite games as a kid.
So you can have up to 4 of your friends, but you can also do custom games too, but you have to have 10 people to play just to do custom games.
Do they have party chat or no? I can't remember.
Yes, they do have party chat,
Yeah, so
which
they
actually
so
works.
so they implemented party chat. I remember when Fall Guys first came out, you couldn't invite friends because you had your own like little custom name. Um and then they've done it to where you could have a custom name now and party chat. It's the perfect
Yep.
free game to play with your friends. And no hate to Nintendo, but you don't have to buy Mario Party, which is a $60 game. Just saying. And it also has crossplay, right?
Yes, it does have crossplay. PC, Switch, Xbox.
Yeah, you can even play with your little brother or sister on Switch. Perfect Friday night family game.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun.
So I'm going to say that my last one is very near and dear to my heart. Um, I have loved this game since 2014 when the first installment of the game came out. And this was a game that was never supposed to have a sequel. Never supposed to have a sequel. And so some of you guys may know what it is. If you know me personally, but it's Destiny. Destiny 2 in fact. But the Destiny franchise is a good franchise as a whole. If you're into like video game lore, Destiny I think has the best cutscenes, the best lore. Um it is the best game to just immerse yourself in the Destiny universe. Um Destiny does recycle a lot of their content, and a lot of the community doesn't mind the recycled content. I personally wish we got a couple new things in the game, but each DLC from Shadowkeep expansion has been over the top magnificent. Witch Queen came out about middle of this year. No, beginning of this year. Yeah, back in February. And the Witch Queen campaign was just so good. So good. Um I might say that it might be the best expansion yet. Number 2 being Shadowkeep. So, Lightfall comes out in February of 2023, and it is expected to be the best expansion in the Destiny franchise. So if you haven't pre-ordered, make sure to pre-order. My CD keys link is down below, so check that out. Do you have any honorable mentions that you want to mention, Kat?
Ooh, let's see. Slime Rancher.
Slime Rant. I've heard of
That's
that
a
game.
that's a cute little single player game where you get to collect slimes and make your own little slime farm.
I see you're into like a lot of like RPGs.
Oh, definitely, especially MMORPGs. That's how I first started.
I like what's Into the Gungeon. That's a little cute game.
That is a cute game.
I actually pre-ordered it on Switch when it got released to Switch, and I got a little bullet paper thing to make.
Also, if you're into mining, there's also Deep Rock Galactic.
Oh, I've never heard of that one. Is that on PC?
It's on PC, it's on Steam.
Okay, nice, nice, nice. I don't think I have any honorable mentions. I just play about five different games right now. Hmm. The question is, what would I say?
Well, what
Wow,
was
this is
your
hard.
first game that you've ever played?
Um,
Like you
wow,
ever played?
this is really gonna tell my age. It was, it was a Mario game, and there's too many Mario games, but I'm pretty sure it was like Super Mario Bros. 3. Um,
When he turned into a raccoon? Oh yeah, that was cool. And how he flew with his little tail. It's really cute.
it was on Game Boy Advance because it was the cheaper version of the SP.
True.
It was not backlit. You had to have a worm light. Fun fact, I still have that Game Boy Advance to this day. It's blue. It just doesn't have the worm light or the battery pack.
You never know. There could be game stores or actually like old pawn shops that would have them.
Yeah, true. I had this like really good video game store back where I'm from, back in Dallas, called Movie Trading Co. And they're all they're around the United States. I'm not sure about Canada, but they're around the United States. They go through different names in other places, but in Dallas it's called Movie Trading Co. That was like my go-to game store. That's where most of my consoles that I actually have now that I own are actually from them. All right, Kat. First game you ever played.
First game I've ever played was Tetris on the
Oh,
Super Mario Bros. Like on the Nintendo system.
oh wow. Um, was that NES or SNES?
Yeah, it was SNES.
Oh wow.
And then
Super Nintendo is such a good console.
oh yeah. From there I played let's see, Duck Hunt.
Okay, classic. What a classic.
That's when I started liking shooting games.
Yeah,
And Mario
oh, no, go ahead.
and Mario yeah, and then Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3.
Gotta have Mario. I feel like you can't own a Nintendo system without having a Mario game. Like
Oh
every Nintendo console was like bundled with a Mario game. Here you go. I started off on Game Boy Advance. Um and then I was able to get a PlayStation 2. I played PlayStation 1 at my daycare that I was attending at the time. Where we would play Crash games and Gran Turismo. But at my PlayStation, I played Crash Warped, and I played. It was my first taste of GTA. I played Vice City, and I played San Andreas, and from there I played Bully, and that's when I fell in love with the Rockstar brand. And from PlayStation 2, I went to Xbox 360. I've never owned an Xbox original. But I went through the 360. This was like the last generation of 360. This was like the 360 what's it called? Slim with the touch buttons. And
yeah, it was a Slim.
it was bundled with the Connect. And so I was playing Connect Adventures. um and then from there I teeter-tottered back to PlayStation, got a PlayStation 3. Um and to this day, I will still say that PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 had probably the best games ever. Um, there's just so many good games on PlayStation 3 and 360, and the graphics were really good. They were HD at the time, which was 720, which was definitely an upgrade from PlayStation 2 and Xbox One era.
Ooh, I think we're off topic now.
Yeah, a little off
So many
topic.
games out there. So many
That's
games out
fine.
there.
This is a gaming podcast, all about gaming.
Yeah, of course.
I could like if I got paid to just sit here and talk about games all day, I could definitely do that. I feel like I'm pretty advanced in that.
Especially if you start as a console player.
I guess you could say I'm pretty passionate. Not only do I love playing video games, but I'm also a collector. So there's only a couple consoles that I'm missing, and I mean like a couple, like two, three. I mean, gaming has like literally been my life, like since I was like a wee little child, and I took my love of gaming into a possible career with content creation and streaming. But before we end, Kat, let everybody know where they can find you again.
They can find me on Instagram at iPawsKat, Twitter at the iPawsKat. There's a couple of fake ones over there. And those are my two major ones. You can find me. Then for streaming, you can find me on YouTube at iPawsKat. Then you can find me on Trovo at iPawsKat. That's just a little fluffy place. And then you can also find me on Facebook Gaming at iPawsKat.
Hey, and this is Keat. You can find me at YaBoiKeat at most places. Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. Those are probably my main ones. You can also check me out on Instagram at ADG YaBoiKeat. This is the end of this podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below if you liked it. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.